Praise the Lord. Heartfelt thanks to Mother Mary and her Holy Son for allowing us the opportunity to share this testimony. My name is Minnie, and we come from Ola, Thrisha. This is my daughter, Alosia Jo. We took the covenant in September 2023 for my daughter. She studied MBBS abroad and wanted to clear the FMG, Foreign Medical Graduate, exam in India. I had taken the covenant back in 2019, but due to health issues related to my uterus, I had to undergo surgery to have it removed. Following the surgery, I faced severe complications, including difficulty urinating. Over time, I had to undergo 3 cystoscopy and dilation procedures, each accompanied by immense pain. These sessions were unbearable as they did not use local anesthesia. My legs were tied, and 2 nurses held my hands during the procedure, which lasted only 5 minutes but felt like a lifetime of suffering. Each time I entered the operation theatre, I prayed to Mother Mary, asking her to spare me from returning there again. While listening to the covenant talk by Fr. Joseph, he mentioned activating the covenant pendant by placing it before Mother Mary. With faith, I brought the pendant to the shrine and placed it against the glass of Mother Mary's statue. After returning home, I kept the covenant pendant near my pillow while sleeping. One night, around 1:30 a.m., I woke up to see a radiant white ring of light surrounding the pendant. I checked the windows and surroundings for any source of the light but found nothing. After that night, I never had to return to the hospital for any further dilation treatments. I am immensely grateful to Mother Mary for this miraculous healing. Now, my daughter will share her testimony.
My name is Alosia, and I first came to Krupasanam on September 17, 2023, to take the covenant. My primary intention was to pass the FMG examination, one of the toughest exams for foreign medical graduates, with a low passing percentage. After taking the covenant, I diligently followed everything Fr. Joseph instructed. We distributed 6 sets of Krupasanam papers, performed apostolic works, and engaged in charitable activities. When the exam date arrived in July, I visited Fr. Joseph with my admission card, and carried Mother Mary's pendant with me to the exam hall. I also had the covenant oil and salt with me, which gave me confidence that Mother Mary was by my side. I completed both the first and second papers. They were manageable, and I was hopeful. However, when the results were released 10 days later, I found I had failed by just 1 mark. I needed 150 marks, but scored 149. This crushed me, and I felt deeply depressed. The next day, I renewed the covenant and continued all the practices, including increasing our charitable activities, such as feeding the needy. The next exam was scheduled 6 months later, and the journey to prepare was challenging. I had to study 19 subjects, and there were times when I couldn't retain anything. In those moments, I would pray in the prayer room, anoint myself with the covenant oil, and ask Mother Mary for help. Miraculously, I started to understand and remember the material. The exam date finally arrived, January 12. My parents and I traveled to Kottayam with a statue of Mother Mary, securely seat-belted in the car. I prayed the apparition prayer and carried the covenant pendant, oil, and salt with me to the exam. The first paper was extremely difficult, and I prayed continuously to Mother Mary, asking for easier questions in the next section. After completing the paper, I felt hopeless. During the lunch break, I prayed again before attempting the second paper, which was more clinically oriented and even harder. I held the covenant salt wrapped in a tissue throughout the exam, seeking strength from Mother Mary. When I exited the exam hall, I was despondent. I had no hope. I pleaded with Mother Mary, telling her I couldn't bear waiting another 6 months. Back home, I continued my prayers, reciting 4 rosaries daily and the Way of the Cross. On Sunday evening, around 8:30 p.m., the results were announced. I was too scared to open them. I prayed to Mother Mary for strength, knowing my future depended on this exam. Together with my family, we opened the results in the prayer room. To my surprise and joy, I had passed with a score of 174, well above the required 150 marks. I couldn't believe it. Mother Mary had blessed me abundantly.
Before the July exam, while praying the rosary, I had a vision of a white piece of paper falling in front of me with a palm holding a pen. The palm wrote the number 2 on the edge, and I felt it represented a score of 172. I shared this vision with my daughter, but she dismissed it, saying it was probably my imagination. However, she failed that exam. Looking back, I believe Mother Mary was asking for more faith and dedication. Before the January result was released, I smelled a sweet fragrance of oil while lying in bed, even though no one else in the house could sense it. I took it as a sign from Mother Mary, and the next Sunday evening, we received the result. My daughter scored 174, exactly 2 marks more than what I had envisioned earlier. Our charitable works included helping at palliative care centers, washing and caring for disabled children, and distributing Krupasanam papers among non-Christians. We were consistent in performing these acts of service each month. A heartfelt thanks to Mother Mary and her Holy Son for all the blessings in our lives.